歡迎你嚟到我嘅穎之友阿 Wing 林永嫻頻道。咁咧，大家都知道感恩節、聖誕節就嚟到啦。咁我都好多謝大家嘅支持，俾我好多 support。咁我都亦想即係say thank you，多謝你哋啦。咁咧，我咧就有我平時成日用嘅 cleaning gel 想送俾大家。咁咧，如果你哋記得 subscribe，如果你 subscribe 咧，我到時咧喺感恩節嘅之後嘅星期五，咁咧我就會抽獎，抽出5位朋友，咁我就會送出呢支咁我成日好中意用嘅 cleansing gel， 亦都好多謝我朋友啊 Kitman 啦，佢 sponsor 我哋就送出呢支 cleansing gel 俾我哋大家。咁啊快啲 subscribe， 咁咧我就會抽出5位幸運兒。11月27號嘅星期五，我就會同大家講俾你聽有邊5位幸運兒，所以記得 subscribe 啦。Hi，大家好，歡迎你翻嚟我哋嘅穎之友。咁今日咧，我好開心請到我好朋友 Shelby， 大家都見過佢噶啦。Shelby， Hi Shelby，how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm great. I'm doing okay. Thank you. It's great to be back. Thank you so much for having me again.
Yeah, thank you for coming back. I'm so happy to see you again. And I'm kind of a little worried from last time talking to you. You say, you have to go through another treatment. For someone who doesn't know Shelby, okay? Shelby is, I interviewed her before about a month ago. Yeah, and she had liver disease. So she had 2 transplants already. And now she maybe need another one. So we're going to ask her, what she have to go through and what happened to her. And she also have some good news for us today. Yeah. So 好啦，大家咧，如果大家都唔知 Shelby 咧，上次我大約1個月前都有訪問過 Shelby 啦，佢咧就係肝有肝病，而有2次已經係換過肝㗎啦。咁咧，但係佢而家咧就唔係咁舒服，又嚟應該要係第3次嘅換肝。咁但係第3次換肝咧個危險性高好多㗎。咁上次同佢傾完之後，其實我都好擔心，唔知佢會點。好開心今次再見翻佢啦，我真係好開心。係啦 ，Shelby, I am so happy to see you, really. Yeah, and knowing that I know you going through some treatment. Someday you are feeling good, someday you're not. Can you tell us like what happened since last time we talk?
Yeah. I've started doing my body's kind of needing a little bit more, I call it maintenance, to kind of keep it going. When you have liver disease, you have things going on with your liver, of course, but other body systems also kind of try to take over and help your body keep going because your liver's not doing well. And your liver does a lot of different jobs in your body. It's amazing what it does. So I just have a lot. I'm having some treatments done, IV treatments a few times a week in hospital, just to kind of help my body keep going and staying healthy as I'm keeping going forward on this journey. And those treatments kind of make me feel a bit nauseous and sick, and they sometimes take a day or 2 to get over. So, some people have office meetings and lunch dates. I have IV dates at the hospital. So I kind of look at it like that, just kind of fit those appointments in and work my life around them. But yeah, no, it's helping me stay healthy as I can stay. Definitely.
Okay.
So it's a good thing.
Shelby 就話佢上次同佢訪問完到而家咧，咁佢就要去醫院啦，每個禮拜要去大約要3次度啦，咁就要去入嗰啲要吊嗰啲藥啊，要一個針咁拮落啲手度，掂嗰啲叫 IV 嗰啲藥啦，咁吊完整完啲藥咧，佢就會好暈啊，同埋唔好舒服㗎，咁所以佢要唞下，唞完跟住又要去再去整嗰啲藥㗎，咁即係都幾辛苦㗎，咁樣要，但係咧就佢冇辦法啦，因為要咁樣先至可以支持到佢生存到落去。咁其實佢都真係好點講啊？very strong person. You're such a strong person and it's very mentally, physically, you have to fight for it. It's not easy. So what keep you going like that? Like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
It's interesting. It's definitely a conscious choice. It's not easy to stay on that positive train, but it is a choice. And I think it's just a matter of wanting to live in just kind of a hopeful sort of frame of mind. I want to maintain that hope that I am going to get better and just happy. I want to be happy. I don't want to kind of fester in the sad parts of what this is like, because even though, and I think this is so important for everybody, even though I have not great health, there is still health within illness. There is still a large amount of, quality of life within illness that you can have. It's so much a part of your mindset. And it's just how you approach your new situation, how you adapt to your situation that makes the difference.
Shelby 話雖然佢即係經過咁多啦，但係佢會對每一樣嘢佢都想去。I like your positive attitude，佢係有一個好正面去接手呢樣嘅挑戰，同埋佢最緊要你係點樣去對你嘅環境咧。雖然佢係身體裏邊唔係咁好，但係佢都想開心，用係一個好開心嘅態度去對呢樣嘅挑戰咯去。I really like your positive attitude. I think it shows because just looking at you, I cannot tell you go through so much. I didn't know you are sick and you have to go to the hospital in and out. And you still look good and it shines still. I think it's because you have the positive attitude. That's great. So will you be able to eat or have your appetite?
That's the thing, like looking at me right now, you definitely don't see behind the scenes what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I present well, but day to day, I have a very hard time eating. It's very difficult to eat. I have to take medication, like very strong anti-nausea medication for me to eat, even to drink water sometimes. It's difficult to get food in. So I haven't been eating very much. I've lost a lot of weight, probably 35 pounds in the last 10 months or so.
Wow.
So there's a lot of medication, injections to just eat. And I love food normally, but just smells of food and food, it's difficult. But I also know it is so important to get that food in, because that's how you're going to survive that surgery when it happens. It's just so important to keep yourself well. So you got to do whatever it takes to stay as healthy as you can. But yeah, day to day, it's, even though I look good, I look great, there's definitely a lot of stuff going on day to day. Nausea, not feeling good, a lot of, pain. But it's a choice to live in the negatives and experience them, or live in what's still positive.
Yeah.
Choose to experience those.
So Shelby 佢話我問佢食嘢 O 唔 OK 啦，即係有冇胃口咁啦？佢話冇胃口啊，因為佢成日都好暈啊，想嘔啊咁樣，佢要食啲好重嘅藥去撳住佢嘅，即係想自己會令佢會食啲嘢咯。咁佢覺得食嘢都好重要啦，咪生存唔到嘅。但係佢都盡量啦，佢都即係真係以前睇到嘅嘢，而家都完全唔想食啊，連飲水都好難。佢話，所以其實一啲都唔容易咯。咁但係佢話要都要好正面咁樣去睇樣嘢，如果唔係咧就會即係如果成日都好負面咁咧，就完全唔想乜嘢都唔想做啦。咁但係佢而家都會要逼自己去食嘢咯。同埋佢已經呢幾個月已經減咗成35磅㗎啦，已經係即係瘦咗35磅㗎啦。I cannot imagine what you have to go through. It might be so where you feel the pain. This pain is all over, or how do you feel?
In my liver area for sure, but I've got a rare kind of rejection going on. So given that there's kind of my immune system's kind of battling the foreign organ in my body, there's a lot of inflammation going on. And for me specifically, it doesn't happen to everybody, but for me, I have a lot of migraine pains. I've got a couple kinds of migraines going on, and another situation, I get a lot of migraines every single day almost. It's really debilitating, but yeah, just liver kind of area, it feels like it's on fire sometimes.
Oh, wow.
A little sore, a lot of heating pad. And then just really, really tired all the time, very fatigued, exhausted. So my poor husband, he is amazing. He does most of the chores, most of the cooking. I'm just so thankful for him because he's kind of picking up all the slack the last little while. So yeah,
Amazing.
it's,
Yeah, you're so lucky. God looked after you.
I am.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
really has.
yeah,
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 friends and family have been amazing, and not everybody has that support. And
yeah.
that's kind of why I'm raising money for this through this bracelet. I'll tell you more about that after you've been able to
OK，咁我問阿 Shelby
translate.
佢有好多痛啦，成身都，咁問佢喺邊度啦？邊度痛啊？咁佢話佢喺肝嗰度好似着火咁嗰陣時痛到，咁啊頭痛就成日都不停咁頭痛，仲要唔係一個位置，好多位置咁不停咁痛，好多嘢屋企都做唔到啊，同埋成日都好攰啊咁咯。咁好在佢個老公就好好，乜嘢都做晒啊，同埋照顧佢啊。咁我話咁其實都非常之感恩啦，咁多朋友啊親戚幫佢咁所以佢今次咧就好想用佢自己設計嗰個 jewelry 去幫翻啲人咯。Yeah, it's amazing, you know, how your husband help your family is great, you know, it's blessing. And also when you're so tired and I know you probably don't feel like do anything, but you're still thinking about the people and do your jewelry. And it just, you know, I don't know what to say. It's just, it's a great person. You're still doing that. So tell me more about your projects.
I'll tell you why. You know, I'm very aware of when and how I choose to spend my energy, and this is a project that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've created this bracelet in 2012, and I used it to raise funds for the Canadian Liver Foundation, which they raise money for research, and they fund a lot of phenomenal research. And actually, research that they did allowed me to get my second liver transplant, which I was never supposed to receive. Long story, but because of them, I was able to receive a second liver transplant when I was 27 years old, and that's why I'm here today. So I wanted to give back. But when I look at how much support I've received from my friends and family, and that's a huge part of why I've been successful and why I'm able to make it through all these things, why I'm able to be positive. Not everybody has that same support network behind them. We don't all have that equal playing field. And part of what the Canadian Liver Foundation does is not only do they do research, they also have a peer-to-peer network support system that they've developed. It's across Canada, and anybody who has liver disease, family member with liver disease, been newly diagnosed with liver disease, you can phone up the Canadian Liver Foundation wherever you live. They will get you in touch with somebody who can one-on-one speak with you and support you through that journey. And this makes all the difference. So this is something that I'm looking to fund with all the sales from this bracelet.
OK，咁問Shelby，即係而家佢咁唔舒服同埋咁攰啦，咁佢都要揾啲精力靜咗嘅精力去做呢個 jewelry 嘅首飾嗰個 project，我覺得真係好難得咯。咁佢話其實最主要因為呢個Canadian Liver Foundation 咧，就以前幫過佢，因為呢個 foundation 嘅 research 令到佢第二次可以成功可以換呢個肝。如果唔係咧，佢就根本今日唔會喺度啦。所以佢就好感恩呢個 foundation，所以佢而家想 盡量都會籌錢啊，幫其他人啦。因為呢個佢自己好好彩，就有佢屋企人啊，同埋佢老公啊 support 佢啦。但係好多人係冇人 support，咁佢點搞咧？咁呢個 foundation 咧就係有好多支援嘅。咁啊係，譬如你可以打個電話俾佢，佢就有人可以去幫你嘅。咁但係呢啲支援都要去有人支持佢噶嘛。咁佢就係想用呢個手飾去支持呢個 foundation，咁起碼第時人哋有需要幫嘅，佢都可以幫翻其他人咯。I think that's a really good cause for you to do that, and I'm sure a lot of people not as fortunate like you have a lot of people to support. If think about you alone, what are you going to do? You know, you cannot do anything. I'm sure you probably need help to go to the hospital, right? Probably,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So driving to
And, you know,
hospital is
there's,
like it could be a problem, right?
yeah. Can you imagine going through this? I've mentored a lot of people, but could you imagine going through something like this alone? You don't have support. You don't have the same networks. You don't have the same access to healthcare. Like there's so many different scenarios where, I mean, I've had, you know, I've had easy access to all kinds of things in my life, and I want to make the path for those who come behind me as you know, as easier as I can. And so I have this skill set in designing, creating jewelry, and I don't have a lot of energy, but the energy I do have, I know that I can do some things with jewelry, raise some money, because I've raised thousands of dollars before with the first bracelet, but now I have a platform where I can do that again and funnel that into a program that has the ability to support a lot of people. So this is what I'm looking to do, because it needs to happen. It really does need to happen. So this is my little way of helping that move along.
Shelby 話佢因為以前好多人幫過佢啦，咁佢亦都而家雖然都唔係好多 energy 㗎啦，即係精力都唔係好多啦，但係佢盡量用咗少少嘅精力都擺晒落呢個 jewelry 個 project 度，希望幫多啲人。咁就佢希望呢個 through 佢嘅 jewelry 可以籌錢去幫其他冇佢咁好彩嘅人啦，因為佢就好彩，好多人可以幫佢，但係未必人人都咁好彩嘅。咁就算揸車去醫院，你都要需要人幫佢。我而家揸唔到車，乜嘢都做唔到㗎啦，根本就係咁，所以佢每一樣生活上嘅需要，佢都係要人幫咯。但係如果你真係一個人乜嘢人都冇嗰陣時，你真係要需要一個foundation 去幫你嘅。I think that's a really good thing you do, and I really appreciate because I know you're very tired and you still try your best to help. I know this time you used to do everything yourself, right? Handmade everything, but this time, how do you do it when you cannot really do yourself?
So what I've done is I've hand created every little link by hand, and then I've had a mold created of each little individual link, and from that mold I have a bunch of them cast. So that does two things. One is I'm able to cast many different links of the different sizes, and two, it's allowed me to create a bit of a legacy project where even if something were to happen to me and I'm no longer here, this project can still run without me. So it can still, these bracelets can still be created because the molds are there, they're immortalized. There's a mold for this bracelet. They can still be created. I've handcrafted, you'll see in the photos, a charm, a liver charm that I created out of a special jeweler's wax. I hand carved it, and I had that cast into sterling silver and 14 karat gold, 14 karat white gold. And that was created by hand, and those are now cast. And the mold is immortalized. It's always going to be there, always available, and we can always make this bracelet whether I'm here or not. So it's something that can go on and be around to continually raise funds for the Canadian Liver Foundation And it can happen. I can phone and say, hi guys, from a hospital bed, can you make some more, can you make, 50 more links? Can you put them together? And I have people in Vancouver who can solder them together, the pieces together. So it's completely designed, it's hand created in Vancouver. And I now can make it from a hospital bed or from home if I need to. So I have help.
Great， 咁啊 Shelby 我就問佢以前佢全部都自己親手做擺埋一齊啦，咁而家佢咧攰，隻手又唔係咁好啦，咁而家點樣做法咧？咁佢話佢都好聰明，佢咧就係用整咗佢自己親手整嘅毛，咁咧就跟住啲人用個毛咧就可以即係再做翻出嚟啦，咁然後跟住有人幫佢連埋一齊啦，咁啊所以就算佢唔喺度，或者佢唔舒服喺個喺醫院張床度，但係嗰啲 jewelry 都係有可以做翻出嚟嘅，咁啊，所以其實一路係永遠去做，一路咁可以幫人嘅。咁 I think that's a really good idea. That's very smart for you to do that. And do you have the new design? Is it the one you're wearing right now? Is the you say the jewelry 2.0? It's a new one, right?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll send you a photo. You'll see the detail.
Okay.
I've got the photos up for you. It's available in sterling silver, 14 karat gold, and 14 karat white gold. And all proceeds, so I've got the expenses, aside from the expenses, all proceeds go to the Canadian Liver Foundation, which is going to fund research, and it's also going to fund that peer-to-peer support network, which is incredible. Wow. And yeah, it's kind of a legacy project for me. I'm excited to finally have this set up, and it can run independent of me being involved in it. It can kind of run no matter what's going on with me or my health. And
it's a lot of work. I'm fully proud of you. You're still doing that. It's so much work. I know it's set up something. It's not easy.
Honestly, I've been doing jewelry for about 17 years total. I have always been needing to get on top of the production scene because I could never keep up to demand. I was always making everything from scratch because I've traveled the world. I've seen how things are produced, and I always swore I would just, it was production and how things are made are very important to me. So I always wanted things made very high quality and just really, really specific. And so to have it made very well and to my high standards it's really nice, and to have it so close to home is really nice. And it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Wow. The manufacturing process I had no idea it would take that long, but it was very quick to get it done in time, but it's done, and I'm so excited.
Great.
So I'm going to send you a link, and I'm going to send you a bracelet, and I would love to give a bracelet to one of your audience members, but I'll let you decide how you'd like to do that giveaway.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
I'm so excited to do that. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. I really appreciate that. You think about me
Absolutely.
and the audience too. Wow, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Let me tell the audience. Yeah, 咁Shelby 就話係即係我同佢講我好 proud of 佢啦，因為即係佢個唔舒服都盡量用多時間，因為做一個 production 嘅 jewelry 出嚟都唔簡單嘅，而家佢有咁多時間都要去醫院啊，咁其實唔係好多時間要去處理呢樣嘢，但係佢都做到出嚟，即係一啲都唔簡單咯，魄力。咁佢咧就依個 jewelry 賣咗嘅籌款咧，全部都會捐去個Canadian Foundation 嗰度嘅。咁咧佢咧就非常之好，咁好關心我哋嘅網友啦，佢咧就會送一條鏈出嚟俾我網友，亦都送一條俾我喎，所以好多謝佢。咁咧我遲啲咧就會即係如果你 subscribe 啊，我會送俾 subscriber 啦，咁跟住我都有嘢送俾網友嘅，喺11月27號感恩節之後，咁我會喺嗰日announce 埋出嚟，Shelby 送我一個 年我就會抽獎啦，抽一個俾網友，跟住我送出嚟嘅傾聽朝又喺嗰日announce 出嚟，咁我哋一齊送俾大家啦嗰日。Yeah, I told the audience saying that thank you for your generosity and give bracelets for us and for me. Thank you very much. And I also, because of Thanksgiving, I also have some gift to give away to the audience. So I will do a lottery on a day after Thanksgiving. So I will give it out and so see who is the lucky one. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, you make
Amazing.
it more interesting and fun. Yeah,
There
so
you go.
it's great.
That's great.
So I'll do a lottery on that day and I'll send it out after I receive it from you and see who is the lucky one. Yeah,
That's
thank you.
great. And then I
can't
will
wait to see
ship it out to them.
Yeah.
And I'll be selling them on my website. So we want to sell a lot. We want to raise a lot of money for them. It'll be on shelbymiller.ca. Look for the liver bracelet link. It'll be right at the top there. And it's currently on my Etsy shop. And I'm creating a whole new website. It's not quite ready yet. That's the next big project, but it's up on my Etsy shop right now. So you can see it there.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
and I'm
So
going to
you
keep a
give me
running
the
tally of
link,
how
I
much
will-
we raise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'll send that to
I'll
you.
post it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people can see the link。咁阿 Shelby 就話佢而家有條 link 啦，咁大家都可以去嗰條 link 度去睇佢嘅 jewelry，有興趣可以買，亦都可以幫下人啦。因為而家聖誕節嚟到啦，又感恩節啦，咁我諗大家都可以即係用呢個心意去傳遞送俾大家啦。I think this is a really good idea because Thanksgiving, Christmas coming, I think it will be great for it's a good cause, not just a gift. It's a gift, it's something behind it. So I think it's be great. You can give it to your friend, family for Christmas present. I think it is great. And you make it just in time for Christmas.
I know. It's kind of nice. Like, it doesn't really look like, it's kind of just an abstract it's a pretty little bracelet. It doesn't look too livery, I'm hoping, but yeah, it's kind of nice. It's a nice, just little piece of jewelry you can wear and you can layer up with other things, and comes in the gold, comes in the silver. So it's kind of nice. And yeah, I want to encourage anybody who is out there who may be living with liver disease, please reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out. There's a lot of resources out there, and that's what we really want to connect with people and support you in your journey. So that's a big part of it. And I've got the links there as well for anybody who may need that. It's a big part of what this is. So yeah.
Shelby 就話好呼籲，如果有朋友有肝病咧，就應該要去揾啲團體啊，或者好似Canadian Liver Foundation 嘅嗰啲個機構去幫你啦，因為佢真係會即係幫你好多，唔使害怕，因為即係有問題要去解決，亦都好多人喺度會幫到你嘅，亦都幫到Shelby 好多咯。So without the foundation, is your life will be so different, right? Because it really help you, and you start the initiative and reach out that foundation. You call them, and how you get to how do you find out that foundation?
You know what? I didn't. They saved my life before I realized who they were. The research they had done. Here, quick short story was my first liver transplant actually the donor had hepatitis B, which we didn't realize it was a very emergent situation in 1993. It saved my life, but that's why that donor liver failed. So I was never supposed to be retransplanted because they felt it would go to the new liver. But when I was 27 and in liver failure, I was dying. At probably 2 weeks before I was supposed to die, I was called in to be reassessed for a liver transplant, a second transplant at the last minute, because there was new research that had come out that would allow me to have a transplant without the virus going to the new liver. This research had been done, funded by the Canadian Liver Foundation. So I never would have gotten that second transplant if that research had not been done to discover the new way to do that, because they weren't doing transplants for those who had Hep B at the time, because it would have ruined the second liver. So they had found a way to give me a second transplant and not have the virus go to the new one. So I was then allowed to have that transplant when I was 27. So I didn't die. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's how you fund the foundation,
So
because
that,
the
yeah.
research and kind of you know the foundation through because of the
So I'm
research.
like,
Yeah.
how does that work?
Yeah.
What's this protocol? So they mentioned there was this research protocol. It's experimental. We're going to try it on you. I'm like, okay, cool. Where did this research protocol come? Oh, well, they did this research. CLF funded it. I'm like, ooh. So when I was well, I looked into it. I'm like, I want to get involved with them because that is amazing. And that's
Wow.
how I found out who they were. Like, they saved my
Okay.
life.
Great. Yeah，咁我問阿 Shelby 佢點樣去知道呢個 foundation 啦？咁佢因為咧第一次做個肝換肝嗰陣時咧就有問題啦。咁咧第二次換肝嗰陣時咧，其實佢差唔多係得返2個禮拜嘅時間，醫生已經話佢唔得㗎啦。咁啊好在就係有呢個 research，咁咧就可以換咗肝，咁因為呢個 research 咧，佢就識到呢個 Canadian Foundation 啦，咁之後咧佢就一路都有幫佢手去籌錢去做 jury 幫佢啦，由2012嗰陣時開始就一路幫佢去籌錢，希望幫到其他人咯。Yeah, I think that's it's like a gift, right? And help you be to carry on and until now. And so how about now? When you need the third one, how's it going to work? Do you know?
Yeah, it's tricky because you kind of, you do need to, it's very different this time. The first two, I got sick very fast. It was over very fast. But this time I'm getting sick slower, and it's a slower decline, and it's almost harder than getting sick very fast because
Oh, really? Because they drag
yeah.
on it. Because they drag on it so long.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I have so much respect for, like, this is usually how it goes. And I'm like, oh, it's hard because you
Oh.
slowly watch yourself peter out and you just slowly decline, and you have to slowly let go of things as you go. So you can't work. And then you have to give up little things. And as you give up things, like, oh, you realize you can't do things that you usually can, and those things are tied to your identity. And so a lot of people are going through that now with COVID, where you're not working and you're isolated and you're at home. But this is something that a lot of people who are chronically ill they already do all the time. They've already gone through this process. So yeah, it's interesting. You slowly lose little bits of yourself, but you adapt, and that's kind of part of that. You adapt and try and stay positive. But sorry, going on a tangent there. But yeah, so this process will be, once you get sick enough, you go on the list, and then you'll get transplanted. So for me, though, with the process I'm at, it's expected I'll go kind of okay. I've got probably 20% of my liver functioning, and then they expect me to kind of hit a threshold, and then boom, it'll just acutely fail all at once. So I'm getting
And
closer
then,
to that.
so at that time, they will put you on the list, right?
Yes. So they're expecting it to kind of go and then suddenly drop. But when it does, they're expecting it to be very quick, like over the period of a few weeks.
Wow.
So
I'll play for you. Hopefully,
yeah.
they'll find you a liver on time and keep you going again. So yeah. 咁啊，Shelby 咧就話佢今次咧就唔同上嗰兩次，因為上兩次咧就好快唔舒服啦，跟住就換肝啦。但係今次咧佢係好慢慢咁 好長嘅痛。咁佢話其實今次仲難咯，因為係慢慢咁樣變咗佢係好辛苦。咁而家佢咧就醫生就 expect 可能而家差唔多去到好辛苦嗰陣時，就會突然間好唔辛苦，然後嗰陣時先至可以擺佢喺個 list 度等第3次換肝咯。咁我哋即係為佢祈禱，希望快啲揾到個肝，咁到嗰陣時可以即係救到佢咯。So you say you need to give up something that you cannot do, like can you give some example, like what do you have to
Sure.
give up that you can do right now?
I can do like less and less in a day. So, for example, even how many things I can do in a day. So, energy-wise, I only have enough energy to have a certain number of conversations with friends a day. That's a big one, because if I even having a conversation with you, just getting so excited, it takes a lot of energy. So I'll be very tired after this. So I have to choose how many conversations I'll have in a day. I have to choose which chores I want to do in the house to help my husband. So I can't make meals anymore because it takes too much of my energy. So I have to choose, do I do laundry today or do I have a shower today?
Oh, wow.
So it comes down to that. That's kind of where my body's at now. So it's hard to imagine until you're in that situation. And like you said, when you look at me,
I can tell.
You can't tell.
No, yeah,
You can't tell. So it's a
Wow.
spoon. We call it the spoon theory. I have about 3 to 5 spoons a day, energy spoons. I decide, where do I use those 5 spoons or 3? One is a shower. One is dealing with my dog. One is for my husband. One is doing the bracelet. The other one I might not have that day, or sometimes I do, which I'll go on a drive and just get out. So it's very much deciding how I want to use my energy. And using my energy is not how other people do. It's very, very small things. So laundry, do I want to do my laundry, a load of laundry and fold it and wash it, or do I want to have a shower and like dry my hair? Yeah.
That's tough. That's really tough.
Level.
Well, thank you for giving one of the spoon to me today.
Yeah,
right.
I'm so happy.
Saving a spoon. saving a spoon for me today. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I know it might take a lot of energy. You got to go rest after that. I'm so sorry to make you so tired.
No, it's fine. But last week with the IVs, like it's so funny. Like when I have to, it's hard knowing when I have no spoons and having to say no. It's very hard for me because I love people. I love people. I love my friends. I love socializing. And it's been very hard having to say no and pulling back and putting things off until I have spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. We all understand. We all understand. So don't worry about it. Don't feel bad.
You have been amazing. Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
And part of the process, I'm better at that. And as you get okay with it and adapt, you learn to be like, you know what? This is how it is. I have to be okay with it. This is my,
Yeah. So don't feel bad. We all know. Yeah. So the more important, you feel good.
Yeah. That's kind of why I share so much, is I want to help normalize what this chronic illness and what liver disease is for people. I want people to know what actually goes on behind the scenes. Like, yeah, I look great, but I'm not. And I want people to be able to relate to that and really know what is actually going on.
Yeah,
I'll let you
we
translate
really
that.
appreciate you sharing that. Yeah. So Shelby 佢就話佢每一日咧 energy 唔係好多啫，即係以前做到嘅嘢而家做唔到噶啦。其實每日可以做幾樣嘢啫，咁佢就要揀嗰幾樣嘢可以做到乜嘢啦。譬如話日可以同佢隻狗去出去行下，或者 even 沖涼都係好辛苦嘅。所以佢一日可能揀沖涼，一日就可能同朋友傾偈，好似而家咁同我傾偈，佢都要留好多 energy 先有同我傾偈，所以我好多謝好感激佢。即係咁攰，佢都同我一齊傾偈分享。其實最緊要佢係想分享話俾大家聽，佢究竟雖然佢仲好靚啦，咁但係其實佢裏邊係好辛苦啊，同埋佢經歷過真係好多咯。所以即係健康係好緊要，咁希望大家都要即係注重自己身體啦。咁佢都係不停咁掙扎啊，同埋揮㗎啦。You're such a fighter and you're so strong, and I hope you keep it up and we all play for you and keep it there, and you never know, just don't give up and keep trying, okay? So yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much, and thank you for your bracelets for our audience. For me, I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much,
Yes, you're
and
welcome.
please
Thank
share
you
your
for
links. Yeah, share your link so we can go there to order for our friend and we can keep
Yeah.
sharing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me on again. I really appreciate it. And thank you to your audience.
Yeah, of
Thank you so
course.
much.
Yeah. So we will play for you and keep it going. And
Yeah, that's
so I really
great.
want you to
Thank
feel
you.
better and feel good. Yeah. So thank you so much for saving the energy for me and for the audience and share your
Yeah.
experience and share your bracelets and helping other people. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
my
So
pleasure.
yeah,
My
let's hope you
pleasure.
feel better, okay?
Absolutely. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Take more rest and hope you saving more energy for something else. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Really
Bye
nice to chat
bye.
with you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. 大家中唔中意個愛心口罩啊？係由 Dorian 設計㗎。如果你中意咧，就記得去以下呢個 website 度購買，記得擺 promotion code 啊。因為咧部分嘅收入咧就會donate俾慧妍嘅。慧妍雅集咧就係香港小姐嘅慈善機構，我亦都係海外嘅會員嚟㗎。咁我梗係想出翻一分力啦。咁希望大家都支持啦。係，多謝大家收睇我嘅節目，記得 subscribe and 俾 like 啦。